Hi guys, welcome back to the Makeup Hunter. In today's video I thought I would do a old school what I got for my birthday. I did mention in a video last year that I didn't feel like I would be doing what I got for my birthday or what I got for Christmas videos again, because I was worried that people would think that I was bragging or showing off, and that is absolutely never my intention. But I did get some comments to say that people really enjoy what I got for my birthday or what I got for Christmas because they're nosy and they like to see, you know, my new things basically. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you the things that I got for my birthday. Two of the things I purchased with like birthday and Christmas money, but the rest were gifts from my parents. So there won't be really any other hauls on my channel going forward for 12 months probably at least, because I am doing a low buy and I'm doing a no buy for 3 months, and then I'll be going into a low buy, or I may even continue doing the no buy for a little bit longer. I may do like, because I'm going to be doing a, probably going on a beauty bank or a beauty budget style low buy, I may do like a monthly haul to show the things that I purchased with my beauty bank or beauty budget, but I haven't decided yet. I haven't sort of figured out things and how I'm going to do it. I'm just trying to stick to my no buy at the moment. So this will be sort of an unusual haul on my channel. So without further ado, I'll stop rambling and we'll get into the video. But before I do, please do subscribe to my channel if you enjoy beauty, plus size fashion and chronic illness type of content. If you like me and just want to see more from me, then please do subscribe. It's completely free for you, but it means the absolute world to me. Give me a like if you do enjoy this video and you like what you see. Leave me a comment. I love chatting to you guys in the comments, and let's get going. Okay, so the first thing that I am going to talk about briefly, I don't have it sort of here with me right now. It's actually, I've just used it and it's boiling hot, so I've just left it on my dressing table to cool down. But my folks got me the GHD Glide, which is the hot brush. I had a Rise, the GHD Rise, which I absolutely love, but I've had to send it back because some of the teeth have broken off it. And I'd mentioned to my mum that I fancied trying the Glide at Christmas time, but she couldn't get hold of it. So I've had it sort of like as a belated Christmas present and birthday present. So I've used it today. I'm still kind of getting the hang of it. I think I do prefer my Rise. I'm hoping to have that back soon once it's been repaired or whatever they are, whatever GHD are doing with it. But I want to try sort of getting like a wave or a curl with the Glide, so I need to watch a few videos and try it out. But for a quick sort of smooth, you know, smoothing over after I've dried it off, it's really great. Tonight's only the second time I've used it, so I'm still sort of developing my feelings on it. The next things that they got me are also hair related. I'm a huge fan of a small business that makes headbands called May's Handmade. I discovered these when I was on holiday last year in Yorkshire. I met the owner at a like an artisan fair artisan market. Brought a couple of her hairbands, fell in love with them, and have bought several since, directly from her and from her website. And she recently was running a sale, and my mum got me to pick some hairbands from her during her sale. So the one I'm wearing was one that my mum got me for Christmas, and these are the vintage scarf hairbands, so they're all made with vintage scarves, and I absolutely adore these style. So I chose this beautiful bright sort of green and orange, and it's got some purple in it, and it's like a floral scarf, and it's got like a butterfly here on the side. So I picked that one. And I also fell in love with this one, which is a really pretty white background with orange and green floral design on it, and I just thought this one would be beautiful for the spring. Another one that I thought would be really pretty for the spring is this one. This is one of her knot style headbands, which were the first ones that I actually tried from her, and this is a Liberty fabric. She does a lot of Liberty prints in this beautiful like pastel floral. So I'm really excited to get some use out of this in the spring and summer. And then the last one I chose was this navy and poppy print fabric, and these are made with a really high quality thin metal band, and coated, the back is coated in denim, a nice thick denim, so I can wear these all day without getting any discomfort or pain behind the ears. Any other headbands that I've purchased from other brands, I can only wear them for a couple of hours at max before they start to give me a headache or they start hurting behind my ears, and these don't hurt at all. So those were the hairbands. And then I think next I'll go through the bulk of the things that they got me was makeup. I got to choose what I wanted, and I haven't purchased anything from Colourpop for a couple of years, and there was a few things that I'd got my eye on, and at the time that I did my birthday orders, they were having their 30% off sale, so I did pick up quite a lot. I did 2 separate orders, so I did one where I got I think it was 20% off, and then the second one was when they had their 30% off sale. So I'll just start with we'll go through the Super Shock shadows that I got first of all. So I got a lot of Super Shock shadows. I did declutter quite a few last year that had dried out, and I have really started to get back into using these. So I wanted to try some of the new shades that they brought out. They brought back some old classics that I never got to try first time round, and they also brought out a load of new shades. Because I hadn't bought from Colourpop for a couple of years, there was quite a lot of new stuff that I hadn't seen before that I was really excited about. When I wasn't buying from them, I also stopped following them on Instagram and things like that. I just sort of fell out of love with the brand, so everything was all new and exciting, so I did go a little bit mad. But like I say, they're such an affordable brand anyway, and with the 30% off I got some amazing deals. So the first Super Shocks I got were this little duo from the Christmas collection, which was like the Roaring Hearts, which was like the 20s collection, and they had 2 Super Shock duos, one that was like a gold and a black, and this one. So this one has the shades Deco Days and Avant Garde. And these do come in a special packaging, so they're like a cream or very pale pink packaging with like an Art Deco design on the front. I'm not going to swatch any of these. I will open them so you can see the colours, but I'll be absolutely plastered in glitter if I swatch these. So this is the shade Avant Garde, which is a beautiful bronze, and that is an ultra glitter. I think all of these are ultra glitters, to be honest. And then this is the shade Deco Days, which is a beautiful champagne. And I just love the Super Shock formula. There's nothing else like it. It's so easy to just sort of spice up a look, just to bring a bit of life and a bit of interest. I am wearing a Super Shock shadow today that I've got on my brow bone and sort of in my inner corner, and because I've sort of gone a bit mad with my blending, it's kind of all mixed together, and I really love that about the Super Shock shadows, that they just add that glimmer or that shimmer to like a matte plain shadow. So that was that duo. And then I've also got from the classic ones that they sort of brought back, I did manage to grab a few that I missed out on that are sort of like cult favourites. So the first one is the shade Moonwalk, which is this beautiful green with like a bronzy gold flip to it. Then I've got the shade Ritz. This one looks so beautiful, super sparkly. And this one is like a nude, but it's got a ton of like multicoloured sparkle in it. And that one is an ultra glitter, and Moonwalk is an ultra metallic. Then very similar to Ritz is the shade A Little Quirky, and this one again is slightly warmer nude, again with lots of multicoloured like sparkles in it, and that one is an ultra glitter. And then I got the shade Frog, and this one is constantly sold out, but it came back in for like a day, and the day that I put the order in, and I managed to snag it. So this is the shade Frog, and it's like a pale pink with loads of like blue, pink, purple, green glitters in, and that one is also an ultra glitter. Okay, I took the rest out of the boxes to save a bit of time. So from the new collection, these are all sort of newer ones, I think. Starting off with one of my favourites, this is the shade Rooftop Cocktails, and it's that typical duochrome that's like a blue to brown. This one is stunning. It really is a beautiful like flip. It's so intense, like the icy blue green, and it's got a ton of like purple reflex in it. One that I actually wore on my birthday meal is the shade Runyon. This is a gorgeous bronze with a lot of pink in it, and I wore this with a palette that I got for my birthday, and this was just sort of like, I tapped it all over the lid up to the brow bone just to add a little bit of glimmer. And then I have the shade Sweet Tea. This was one that I got in the second order. This is a really beautiful peach, and this has a lot of gold, and it looks like green sparkle in it. And I think all these newer ones are ultra glitters. Then I've got the shade Silver Lake, which is stunning. This is like a beautiful pinky purple. Honestly, these just, I find them mesmerising to look at. They're so pretty. This one is the shade Pressed Juice, and I absolutely cannot wait to wear this. I'm really into greens at the moment. I'm having a bit of a green phase. Then I've got the shade For Real, and this again, unfortunately this one did come damaged, which is not a major problem with the Super Shocks because of the formula's so spongy and bouncy. You can just kind of manipulate them back into place. So this one does look a little bit beat up, but this is gorgeous. This is the shade For Real, which is like a fiery orange pink duochrome, and that has a ton of like pink reflect. Then I've got the shade La Mesa, which is a gorgeous champagne with a lot of pink and coral reflex in it. There is an awful lot of pink in this. And then lastly I've got the shade Rosebud, and this is a stunning bronze. And that, I just find them so mesmerising, so fascinating to look at. Sticking on the Super Shock theme, I also got a Super Shock Cheek. This is one of the blushes, but I actually got this after watching Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun, who does a ton of Colourpop content, and she listed this as one of her favourite releases from last year. And she says even though it's a blush, she doesn't use it as a blush. She drapes it across her blush like a topper or as like a highlight. And I can see why. It's such an unusual colour. So this is the shade Chiffon. So straight up on camera it looks orange, but it's actually like a peach to pink duochrome. And I will swatch this one. It's not hugely pigmented, the colour, so you can sort of just wear it as a topper or a highlight. It actually, the colour of it reminds me a little bit of one of my favourite highlighters from last year, which is the shade Golden Glow from Dior. I'm really not sure how well this is going to pick up, and it's definitely not doing the shift justice. Absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to wear that. And then I have two other blushes. So I got a set, so these came as like a duo, and these were from the Hello Kitty, the second Hello Kitty collection. And I'm not into Hello Kitty or wasn't really into the rest of this collection. I just loved the blushes. I thought they were a gorgeous colour. So the first one is Aloha Honey. I mean, if you're into Hello Kitty, the packaging is super cute, really fun. I like even the backs of them, I think, are cute. And these do have a mirror in the compact that just has Cheek to Cheeky on it, and this is the shade Aloha Honey, which is just a stunning bright coral orange. If you've not seen me before, I am addicted to orange lipstick, orange cheek products. This one is the shade Island Shine, and I wore this one for my birthday meal as well, and this is a beautiful bright raspberry pink. It's not, in camera it's really fuchsia, but in person it's more rosy. So I wish I could capture the exact colour of it, but it doesn't translate to being that like blue based. It looks very blue based on camera, but on my cheeks it doesn't translate like that. So those were all the Super Shock shadows and face products. The rest of the things I got are all lip products and eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to take everything out of the boxes to speed things up. Okay, so I've got everything out of the boxes. So the first palette that I'm going to show you is one that I didn't actually get from the Colourpop website. I mentioned to... my poor mother has to listen to me bang on about makeup quite a lot, and because I hadn't been buying from Colourpop for a couple of years and I hadn't been keeping up with their releases and so on and so forth, Colourpop have a bad habit of, because they release so many products, they'll release a collection and then it'll disappear after, you know, it's sold out. And I think it was last Christmas or last autumn, they bought out a collection sort of based on like Renaissance art. The packaging was absolutely stunning. Well, not Renaissance art, but like the Renaissance period, I think. I think that's what it was based on. But it was all very dark, very autumnal, and it was a big collection with 3 £9 palettes. 2 out of the 3 I wasn't interested in at all, but I really did like the look of the one palette, which was very cool toned. I don't have a lot of cool tones within my collection. I do now, but I didn't before my birthday. And I actually was just talking to my mum about it and the fact that I wasn't able to get hold of it, and she found it on Depop and got it me for my birthday. So the palette I'm talking about is the Baroque Palette. This is just stunning, and this is, as I say, a very cool toned palette. It has a couple of duochromes in it, and there is just something about this palette and this colour story that I just find so beautiful. And I was so pleased that she got it for me off Depop. I mean, the packaging is just stunning for a start off. So that is the Baroque Palette. Another palette that I just thought was really stunning and very different in my collection. This was initially an Ulta exclusive, I think, and they did bring it to the website. This is the Lust for Dusk palette, and this is a very grungy colour story, which is like my favourite kind of... Well, I wear mainly warm tones, but if I'm going for something a little bit different, I do like the grungy, dingy kind of colours, and this just screams that for me. It is very autumnal, but I just thought it was quite different in comparison to a lot of the other palettes that I have in my collection. It doesn't have any pressed glitters in it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it does have one of their foiled shades, which is kind of like a cross between a Super Shock and a powder shadow. It's very chunky, very piecey, but it does have like a creaminess to it. So I'm really excited to use this, and I think I am probably going to take this palette with me when I go away soon. Okay, and the next palette I have to show you is the one I actually wore on my birthday meal. This is the Star Wars The Mandalorian palette. Now, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I've never seen any of The Mandalorian. I was obviously aware of the huge internet phenomena that Baby Yoda, the child, created, and look, while I find the packaging quite cute and everything, the actual show and the story means absolutely nothing to me. I know nothing about it. I have watched a few Star Wars films, but not all of them, and whilst I really wish I could get into them, they're not my jam. I'm a Harry Potter girl and a horror movie girl, but I did think this palette was really, really beautiful. I love the colour story. Again, it was that cool toned, slightly more grungy, more dingy tones. And as I say, this was the palette that I chose to wear for my birthday meal. So I will put a picture up of the look on the screen, and I used the shades This Is the Way, Bantha Tracks. So I started with Bantha Tracks, deepened up with This Is the Way, and then I put Tatooine Glimmer all over my lid, which is a stunning, rich, deep bronzy chocolate. And then I put Beskar Steel on my inner corners, and then I tapped the Super Shock Shadow Runyon just over the top of everything. And then I actually bought the Wherever I Go He Goes set, which was the 2 palettes. So I also have the child palette. So this is Star Wars and The Mandalorian, the child palette, which is obviously Baby Yoda, and green is my absolute favourite colour, and as I said, I'm going through a bit of a green phase at the moment, and I just think this is stunning. I like the tones of green in this, the fact that they're not like a dual tone green, they're that more dull, dingy, grungy kind of green, and I just thought it was come on then, come up. I just thought it was so beautiful. Packaging is super cute. It says cutest in the galaxy on the mirror. So yeah, really can't wait to use that. And that has a couple of Super Shock shadows in it, which I love that they put the Super Shocks in the palette. Come on then, come on up, you can come up. Okay, and then next up I have a palette that I have been wanting for quite a while, for a couple of years, but I never picked it up when it first came out. I was still buying from Colourpop, I think, but I think this was sort of launched right at the end when I sort of decided not to buy from them for a while. And that is the That's Taupe palette. I know that this is a lot of people's favourite palettes. It is a beautiful, cool toned option, and some of the shades in here are just incredibly beautiful. Again, it's quite an unusual palette in my collection. I don't really have anything like this. I do have Going Coconuts, and I have the nude one, Nude Mood, but they are definitely more neutral and warm tone leaning, whereas this one is very cool toned. So yeah, that one really stunning. And I was considering taking that one away with me, but I think I am definitely going to take Lust for Dusk. Then another one, similar kind of story, is the of Quartz Palette. This is gorgeous. This is another very cool toned palette. Again, don't really have a lot like this in my collection. I am now completely set for cool tones. A few people have said that of Quartz and its taupe are similar, but I don't think they are. Of Quartz is definitely more grey blue, and that's taupe is definitely more brown. I mean, there are a couple of shades that probably do dupe themselves, like the shade In the Zone and Python and Rocksteady and Sio or Sio, which is the two there and this middle one and this one here. But other than that, I do think they are very different, and they both add something unique to my collection. So really excited to try. I'm excited to try all of these. This was one that I went back and forth on, and I did pick it up in the second order. This is the Orchid You Not palette, and I'm not hugely into purple eyeshadow, although I do know that purple is very flattering with my green eyes. And if I am going to wear a purple, it is going to be that deeper burgundy purple, which this palette is full of. And I just think for these colder months, I just think this is, I find this a really glamorous colour story. And I just think, again, it's very different. I don't have a lot like it in my collection, and I do think it's a really fun palette. Something very up my alley that as soon as I saw it, I knew 100% that I wanted this. This was from their 90s collection, and I did pick up quite a few other bits from that collection on the second order. But in the first order, I just picked up the palette, and this is the Plush Like Me palette. I mean, the packaging is absolutely stunning for a start off. And as you've probably noticed across a couple of these palettes, there are bigger pans and a slightly bigger palette. They've started doing varying sizes. So if you compare that's taupe to of Quartz, there is a very slight difference, and the pans are bigger, and this one has the bigger pans in. I mean, this feels like such good quality. It has got a lot of weight to it, and there is a mirror in this one, whereas Colourpop usually don't put mirrors in their palettes. But this is the Plush Like Me palette, and oh, this is so stunning. I love, again, the dingy sort of grungy colours, these deeper burgundy tones. I just think this, it's a sexy palette is what it is. It's a sexy palette, and I cannot wait to play with these. I really can't wait. I feel excited about these things, you know, and absolutely bless my mum and dad for getting me all this, because I'm so grateful, so appreciative, and I was utterly spoiled rotten for my birthday. Next, I picked up the off Melrose. I'm saying I picked up because I chose these, but obviously these were birthday presents. This is the off Melrose palette. Again, I went back and forth on this because I thought I'd got things like this in my collection already, but actually seeing it in person, it is different. it is more cooler toned. I think it's really pretty, a really pretty palette that I mean, I could use these colours, these kind of tones on an everyday basis. But you've got some fun pops to sort of like spice it up a little bit, like this green and this duochrome here. This is a pressed glitter, which I'm not a huge fan of, but if I am going to use one, it's going to be this kind of colour. So excited about that one. And then I've just got 2 palettes left. So the next one is the So Very Lovely palette. This was from the same collection as that Chiffon blush, and I think this is so pretty. This is a perfect spring tone. I'm struggling with my words today. This is a perfect springtime palette, full of these like pretty pastels, but with some nice unusual deepening colours, like this rich terracotta and this gorgeous deep burgundy. I can't wait to wear this in the spring. I think this is going to be stunning. So that's that one. And then the last one again was a palette that I just went back and forth about. Really wasn't going to pick it up. If I'm honest, I like the packaging of this one more than anything, but now I have it in my hands and I've seen it in person, I am excited about it. This made a lot of people's favourite palettes of 2021. People raved about it when it came out, and that is the Limoncello palette. I mean, the packaging is stunning, and again, like the Plush Like Me, this has weight to it. It does have a mirror in it, and it's gorgeous. This is again the larger pans, and this is what it looks like. I think the reason I went back and forth over this one is I'm not a huge fan of blue, and I do have a lot of these tones, but now it's in my hand, like I say, I am really excited about it, and I think in the spring and summer this is going to be a really fun palette to pull on. Those bright, you know, pops of yellow, and they're not too bright, they're not like a primary yellow, they are more of that like mustard deeper yellow. So super excited about that. And then I have one other palette, but this one actually wasn't from Colourpop, and this is one that I purchased with my birthday money. This is the BH Cosmetics Mystic Zodiac, and this is the Moon palette. They bought this out with their Lunar New Year collection. They came out with a Lunar New Year palette, and then a Moon and a Sun Zodiac palette. This is the palette that I have on my eyes today, and again it's that sort of slightly different, more cool toned palette that I thought was really different. I didn't really have anything else like this in my collection, and the shades that I have on today are the shade Rising, then I've got the shade Night, and then Atmosphere is my shimmer, and this one is really gorgeous. It's like a taupey brown, but it's got a lot of purple and blue sparkle in it, and that's what I've got all across my lid. And then I've just got the white, the matte. This is like a matte with sparkle in my inner corner. So all I have left of makeup is some lip products. I didn't intend to get this many lip products, but it was just such a good deal, and I kind of fell in love with the colours. So First thing I picked up were 2 lip liners, 2 lippy pencils from the Plush Like Me collection. There was 4 lip liners originally, but they've sold out of 2 of the shades. If they ever come back into stock when I'm back purchasing again, then I think I will definitely pick them up, because I love the Colourpop lippy pencil formula. So the 2 shades that I got were Over the Liner and CD. So Over the Liner is this gorgeous rosy brown. It's like a typical like 90s lip. So this is the shade Over the Liner, and then this is the shade CD, and one of the lip liners that has gone out of stock is similar to this, but it's a bit deeper and more cool toned, and I really wanted that one. It's called Grunge Girl, I think, but this is stunning. So this is the shade CD, and it's a gorgeous burgundy. And then I also picked up 6 of the lipsticks from the Plush Like Me collection. So they released 8. The 2 that I didn't pick up, I felt I'd already got shades like it. One of my favourite lipstick formulas is the Colourpop Velvet Blur. In my project pan at the moment I have Virgo Moon, which is a gorgeous nude, like a rich nude. And the Velvet Blur formula is like it's like a soft matte. It's quite silicone-y feeling, but very light. It feels like you're wearing absolutely nothing. It's quite moisturising, but it has that like soft, like matte blurred look. And if you wear like the deeper colours, it kind of looks like that popsicle lip kind of effect. So when I saw that they'd released a whole range of new colours, I was really excited. So I tried, as I said, not to pick up shades that I'd already got. One of the shades that I didn't pick up was the shade Regulate, which I thought looked very similar to Virgo Moon. So this is the shade, this is in no particular order. So this is the shade Plucked, and the only issue I have with this formula of lipstick is because it is quite a dry, like waxy almost formula, they do fall out of the holder in the tube. So they do come out of the plastic holding. And this one, well, a few of them fell out, but this one got quite dinked up in transit. But this is a gorgeous rich berry. So this is the shade Gen X, which is a lovely paler pink. This is the shade Matte AF, which is a nice rosy brown. This is one of my favourites. This is the shade Call Waiting, and it's a perfect match to the CD lip liner. And then this is the shade Kate, which is another like pinkier nude. This was one of the ones I think that fell out. And then this one is the shade Crying. No, this one definitely fell out because this one is a little bit dinked up as well. And this is a deeper pinky nude. But they're all that like proper 90s lip, and I think they're gorgeous. And like I say, this is one of my favourite formulas of lipstick. And then because I love that formula, I was so excited when I saw they had brought back the blotted lip. So Colourpop had a blotted lip formula out many years ago, and it was in the sort of the same packaging as their Colourpop lippy sticks, which is like a white thinner lipstick, and they give a very similar effect to the Velvet Blurs, and they brought out a whole range, and they were doing like a deal where you could buy the whole range for a reduced price. So when I made my second order, that is what I did, and I think they were like something like $32 for 8 lipsticks, plus with the 20% off, sorry, the 30% off. So I couldn't pass it up, and I was really, excuse me, it's because I've had some coffee. I was super excited about these. So these are the blotted lips. So this is what the packaging looks like. The colour packaging correlates to the colour of the lipstick, and was 8 in the set. So this one is the shade On Film, and I will actually swatch a couple of these. I'm going to put one on so you can actually see the formula, and I'm going to swatch these on the back of my hand, a couple of these on the back of my hands. So this is the shade On Film, and they're such a silky soft, they're like a balm, like a lip balm, but they have a matte finish, and they smell amazing. They smell like spiced caramel, if that makes sense. But I tried one of these on, I only got this second order yesterday, and I tried one of these on straight away, and I'm obsessed. They have, last week they brought out a new range, which is the glowing lip, which are basically exactly the same. They're the same colours with different names, but they're like a glossy finish. So I am going to put one of these on so you can see what they look like. So I have a bit of lip liner and a little bit of lipstick left over, so I've just wiped that off, and I'm going to put on the shade Otter, which is this lovely rosy pink. And you'll have to excuse the corners of my mouth. I'm very run down at the moment, and the corners of my mouth have split. But oh, they're so comfortable. Really, really, they're just an easy lip product. You know, you can just throw these in your bag. Don't even need to wear a lip liner. I mean, I wear a lip liner with every lip product, but I love them. These, I'm so pleased that I picked these up. So I'll just go through the other shades, and there's some really fun shades in here as well. So this one is the shade Los Feliz, which is another like peachy nude. And then this one, I love this one. This is the shade Missing You, which is like a rich terracotta. And I will swatch this one on my hand. And this one has more like red to it than this first one I swatched. And then I've got the shade Talker, which is like a berry nude. They're all sort of, again, they correlate quite well to the lipsticks from the Plush Like Me collection. Like they're that like 90s nude, or like a deep berry. Speaking of a deep berry, this is one of my favourites. This is the shade Shook, and this is gorgeous. I'm going to swatch it next to that CD lip liner. Like, it looks like it's going to be super dark, but because of the formula, that's going to give such a gorgeous like popsicle lip look. And then this one is the shade Melty, which is a gorgeous chocolate brown. another one that I absolutely love. I love all of these, but these deeper ones like make me the most excited. And then this is the shade Super Mellow, which is a like beigey nude brown. So yeah, that is everything from Colourpop. That's all the makeup that I had, and I've just got a few bits of clothing left, so I'm going to grab those and we'll go through those. I'm so sorry if this is a long video, but I hope you're enjoying it. Okay, and lastly I have a few clothing items. So the first item that I picked, all of these were from Yours Clothing, by the way. I am a UK size 26 on the bottom, sometimes a 28 if it's in like jeans that don't have any stretch to them. I can't wear anything restrictive around my stomach, so I'd rather things were too big than tight. On top I wear a size 24 or 26, and in a lot of these like things from Yours Clothing, they do dual sizes, so most of these are like a 26 to 28. So I'm also 5'8", and I carry most of my weight around my middle. I'm not going to be showing me trying any of these items on. I'm just going to sort of I'll probably insert photos of the model wearing them so you can see them properly, because I'm not going to be able to get all of the item in frame. But the first item was this gorgeous zip neck jumper. So this is a jumper that hits me at mid-thigh, and then it's got splits up the sides. So it's a zip necked, long sleeved, it has a drop shoulder, and it's a very oversized fit jumper. Now I am currently obsessed with any clothing in this like camel oatmeal colour, and I got this with the idea of wearing it with leggings, so over leggings and with either some chunky boots or some mules. So this is just something that I can throw on that's going to be nice and comfortable and nice and laid back. So that was the first item. And then the second item that I picked up was this gorgeous sage green ribbed top. So this is a long sleeved ribbed jersey top, and the sleeves have this fun like bell detail, and it's just a long decent length. As I say, I am 5'8", so tops can come short on me, but this one is perfect. It covers my belly, it covers my bum, everything that I want it to, and green is my absolute favourite colour. So I got that one. I'm not a fashion blogger, so I'm sorry that you're only seeing a bit of it, but like I say, I will insert pictures off the site so you can see them in a bit better detail. And I don't have any prices on these things, but this one was in the sale, and this one was £14, I remember that much. And then very similar to that one, I picked up this rusty red one, which again is the ribbed detail, but it has a slightly puffed sleeve and then it's cuffed, so it's sort of like a floaty sleeve. And I thought these would be gorgeous to just throw on over skinny jeans, and they'd be a bit more like dressy, a bit more glam. You know, my favourite kind of outfit to wear when I'm going out for something to eat or going for a couple of drinks is a pair of like black skinny jeans, a nice top and some ankle boots, and then I'll wear some nice accessories and a nice coat. Exactly the same as the rusty red. I got the black, so this is just the black rib with the puffed sleeve and the cuffed detail. And then I also got it in this gorgeous eggplant aubergine purple. And then I have from Yours Clothing a cardigan that I absolutely love, and I feel so gorgeous in it. I will post a picture, put a picture up here. It's actually the cardigan that I'm wearing in my like YouTube introduction that I've got, that has like subscribe and that on the bottom. And they released it in several other colours, and I absolutely knew that I wanted to pick some more up because I just feel so good in that cardigan. So I picked up the purple and black marl, and this is just an oversized cardigan that has like nice tortoise shell buttons. It's a very relaxed fit, so it's supposed to be oversized and it's supposed to look quite loose and flowy. So I got it in the purple and I also got it in the black. So again, it's just a black cardigan with the nice buttons. I absolutely love the buttons on these. So that was a rubbish clothing haul. I'm so sorry, but I don't have the energy today to try everything on and take the camera downstairs and get it all set up. So I do want to do more clothing hauls, more plus size hauls, and like not clothing hauls but like more fashion content. But with my condition, it takes a lot out of me to do it, and I have to be feeling like a-okay to be able to do it, and 99% of the time I don't feel a-okay. So stuff I can do sitting down is the best for me. So that is everything. As I say, I was completely spoilt rotten by my parents. I absolutely love everything that I've got. I was very strategic about the things that I chose. You know, I know that I'm going to get so much wear out of all of these things, and I'm really excited about all the makeup and having some makeup playtime. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for getting through to the end. If you did, leave me a purple heart so I know that you're a real one. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. It means the absolute world to me. So come spend some time with me, get to know me. Please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment. I really do enjoy chatting to you guys in the comments. It's lovely to see people commenting from different parts of the world. Keep loving yourself. Keep being kind to yourself. Keep loving each other. Be kind to others. You never know what somebody else is going through. You could be meeting somebody on the worst day of their life, so be kind always. Lots of love. Bye.